you doing? It's MrDoTheMath here. Today we're going to talk about circumference and arc length. Circumference and arc length. Alright, can anybody tell me what the circumference is? What's the circumference? It's the what? Is it the area of the circle?
No.
It's half from like the center to like the corner.
That's
the radius. The circumference is the...
Say it again, Jared.
Perimeter of a circle.
Right, it's the perimeter of the circle, right? So we got a circle. What's the difference between a circle and one of these?
It don't have
no
sides.
sides.
No edges, right, good. Alright, so the distance around the circle is called the circumference. Alright, the distance around the circle is called the circumference, right? And so the formula for the circumference is what?
2 pi times
R. What does R mean?
radius.
What does radius mean?
Half the circle distance across.
Right, from the center to the edge of a circle, right? So it's 2 times pi, which is a number, right, times the radius, right? Or what?
2 times
diameter squared.
The diameter times pi. Diameter is the whole distance across, right? It's 2 radii, right? We learned first semester that radii are all congruent, right? Y'all remember that?
No.
All radii are congruent because the distance from the center to the edge is the same everywhere. We good with that? Circumference, right? So, in order to calculate the circumference, we would just multiply 2 by the radius and then by pi. So if, for instance, I said the radius was 3, what would the circumference of this circle be?
Yeah.
Not just 6.
6 pi.
6 pi, right? What if I said the diameter, equaled 12? What with the...
12
pi.
Very good, 12 pi. Why is it not like 24 pi?
Because
Because
you
the
only multiply
diameter is
the
the
radius,
diameter.
not
You
the
can't go
diameter.
past the diameter because it's a diameter.
Yeah, what he said. Right, so basically, the diameter, it takes 2 radii to make a diameter. So once we have the diameter, we're good. Right, so if the diameter is there, so then the circumference will be 12 pi. Okay, we good. We all good? Give me a head nod, let me know we're good. No, you're not good?
Why the pi?
Oh, you can't see that.
Why
I got you.
Huh?
Why do the pi sign?
Right here.
Why does the pi sign do what?
Why does that be there?
Why does it have to be there?
Yeah.
Oh, so pi is the number that helps us to calculate all of these things. Pi is a magic number. Pi has infinite many digits.
You could just put them all.
Huh?
You could never put them all.
That's 6 pi.
You could.
I'll stop right there because I don't want to say anything wrong. What's up?
What's the diameter times pi like below the circumference?
It's the circumference. Yes. All of these are the circumference. 2 pi r is the circumference. D pi is the circumference as well. Okay? Now, today, so that was just a review. Today, we're going to take our knowledge of circumference to figure out how to find the arc length. Alright? The arc length, or the arc, the arc is a portion of the circumference. I won't spell circumference. Alright, that's circumference. Don't worry about the correct spelling of it. So, the arc length is a portion of the circumference. So, when I talk about arc length, I'm talking about, so circumference is all of this, right? It's the measure of this. The arc length would be from maybe here to here. So if we gave these letters, give me a letter for that.
A.
Okay, cool. What about here?
S.
M. Alright, AM. Right? So the arc length would be this measure here. Even though we would know what the circumference is, it's not important. We want to know what this space is. Right? So in order to calculate the arc length, we need a few things. We need the radius, right? We need the radius, and we need the central angle, right? So remember I said already are congruent, so we can do this, and it's going to look like a pi, right? We need this angle here. So they're going to give us the angle, and they're going to give us the radius. And that's going to help us find out the arc length, right? So with that being said, we need a formula, right? So the formula for arc length is this. Arc length over the circumference, 2 pi r, equals the central angle, So they usually represent it like this: the central angle over 360. Okay? So in order to find the arc length, you have to set up a proportion. I warned you guys earlier today, right? So you have to set up this proportion. And what would happen is they'll give you 3 of these things, and they'll give you honestly what 2 of these things, right? Because 360 is the measure of the whole triangle, right? If you guys watch like skateboarding and everything like that, when they do this is a 360-degree turn, right?
Yeah.
Right. Alright, so 360 is constant, it's always there. He's always there. Okay? So that's always there. And so they give you 2 of these 3 things. They're either gonna give you the arc length and you gotta find one of these, or they're gonna give you the radius and the angle and you gotta find the arc length. Okay? Kiara, you had a question there.
No, they do.
Okay. Cool. Alright, so let's do something. Let's practice. Alright? What if I draw this circle here? I have a circle here, and we have an angle of 60 degrees, central angle of 60 degrees. We're going to call this A and this B, right? And the radius is 8. How would I find the arc length? Right? What would I do to set up the arc length? Yes, Kiara?
You put x over 2. You put x over...
X means what? X is the arc length, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so arc length, right? X over what?
2 pi.
2 pi
8.
8. What's 2 pi? What's this mean?
2 times 8.
2 times 16.
Right. The circumference, right?
Yeah.
Right. So 2 equals what?
Equals AB. Or no, what's AB over 60?
Right. We know what AB is. We know what the angle is. Right? It's the angle. 60
oh,
over.
Angle? Oh,
Yeah.
60. Oh, okay.
60 is a measure of the central angle.
I got it.
This means, so we go back here. It means central angle. Alright, so let's simplify. So we got x over 16 pi equals 6 over 360, which is what? 60 over 360 is what? Say it louder.
1/6.
1/6. Right? 1/6. Alright? So then from here we cross multiply. Right? So, well, we don't even necessarily, we can leave the x by itself and we can move this over here. So we'll get x equals, or the arc length equals 16 pi over 6. Right? And we can simplify that once more to be what? What's that? 8 over 3? 8 over 3 pi. Now, I need somebody to pull out their calculator to give us a approximated answer. So it's 8 over 3 pi. 8 over 3 times pi. Talk to me. What you get?
8.37.
8.37? Did everybody else get 8.37?
8.37.
8.37.
8.38. That's the same after 8.
Alright, 8.38. Good. Alright, let's try another one. Okay? Let's come over here. Alright, what if I said I got this whole thing here and I said this was 120 and the radius was 11 and we gotta find arc length BD. Right? Find BD. Alright, tell me what I would write down. Say it loud.
You'll know say.
Alright, so first things first. Write out what we have. Alright, so you can put AL represents arc length. Do we have it? Then you can do the radius, and then you can put the angle. Those are the 3 things that you're looking for with the arc length, right? So right now we have. Do we have the arc length? No. So we put an X there. Do we have the radius?
11.
11. Do we have the angle? 120. Alright, cool. So we can put this in this equation there, right?
It's x over...
X over what?
Pi.
2 pi 11, right?
Equals 120
Over 360. Good. Right? So if you put that in the form, you write out what you have. First things first, write out what you have. What they gave you. Then it'll be easier to set up your proportion. Right? So now when we do this, we can simplify all of this. Like, so it's x over 22 pi. Everybody good with that? Give me a head now. Let me know we're good.
Yeah.
No? All right, and then simplify 120 over 360.
1/3.
Good, 1/3. So then when we work this out, we'll get 22 pi, because we multiply both sides by 22 pi over 3. 22 pi over 3 equals, what? I need my calculators. What you get? 23.4. I need somebody to second that. Did somebody else get that? It is? It is, because you said it is.
I second that.
You second that? Cool. You got 23.0?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 0.038.
Oh, 23.0. Okay, cool. That's what I want you guys to do. Alright, perfect. Alright, now, what if they give us the arc length? And we gotta find something else. So, for instance, if I give you this circle here, and I give you the angle is 40 degrees, and the arc length is 4.19. What does it look like we need to find? Alright, talk to me now. So, we got the arc length. The arc length is what?
4.1.
Right? We got the, do we have the radius?
No.
No, that's x. And then we got the angle, which is what? 40. So let's put it in the equation. Alright, the proportion. So we got 4.19 over 2 pi x, because we don't know the radius, right?
Equals 40 over 360.
Talk to me now. 40 over 360. Alright? Simplify. So we can simplify this ratio to be what? 40 over 360? 190. 1 over 9. And then we got 419 over 2 pi x. Okay? Now in this particular situation, we're going to cross multiply. Right? This particular situation, we're going to cross multiply. So it'll be 9 times 4, so it'll be 9 times 4.19.
37.7.
37.71. And then 2 pi x. So what are we trying to find again? The radius. We're trying to find x. So
when we divide 2 pi,
Multiply the pi times 2 and divide that by 30. We'll divide that, whatever.
say it again, tonight. This is what we do.
divide by 2 pi.
We divide 2 pi. That's it. Alright? We divide 2 pi. I think that's what you were saying, Kiara.
Yeah.
Alright. So you divide by 2 pi. Right? So x is going to equal. Now, first time we did this and we had a discrepancy. You want to divide 37.71 parentheses. So 37.71 divided by parentheses 2 pi. And then tell me what you get.
Parentheses.
Yeah, you got to multiply. You have to multiply.
Oh, I got 6.0, but I don't know. Yeah, I got 6.0.
That's exactly what you should get.
$6.
Yeah, you can do that. No, now I don't know if what you're saying would make the 2 pi at the top or we bring to the bottom. Okay, good. All right. Yeah. All right. So basically we found everything, right? So the arc length is a portion. Excuse me. The arc length is a portion of the circumference. All right. In order to calculate it, you need to have your formula, right? Arc length, and I think you need to have this over the circumference equals the angle. So that's the measure of AB over 360. That is your formula, right? This is your formula that you need, right? When you take your quiz, you're going to be asked this, all right? So that's how you find an arc length. Tomorrow we'll talk about finding the arc angle, the angle of the arc. I mean the area, arc angle, area, arc area. All right. How you feeling? You good?
In between.
All right, cool. We're gonna practice some. All right. So don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, comment below. Let's do the math out.